Yes, everyone. So as you can probably tell, it's been a while since I've recorded, but now I'm going to be back on it. I've got a new 4 week program. I've got competitions coming up. So this training session and all my training sessions are going to be in preparation for competitions. I'm not going to say what date it is yet, but basically the competition, like when it is, kind of like ends perfectly when I have to like test my 100 max out anyway. So if I do enter, I'll probably find out next week. Then I will compete in there. I've got another one at the end of the year as well, but we'll see how it goes. Remember, everything's changing. No one knows what's happening in the world. So, 1 minute is on, 1 minute is off. There's a new variation of COVID now, Indian one. So we don't know what's going on. I want the Indian one. I am Indian, so technically I should get the Indian one. But anyways, yeah. So today's session is a squat bench deadlift day. I'm gonna be explaining everything in depth. I've got a new kind of training style now when it comes to my hypertrophy days. I like my accessory movements. My strength movements stay the same, the percentages, etc. I'll explain that properly later on. So without further ado, let's get into this. I probably just talked bare fast right now, but let's get into this anyways. So without further ado, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want. Just do anything, and I'll see you later after this intro. Okay, so basically just before, obviously I'm in a gaining phase now. So before in Ramadan I was eating around 2,500 calories per day, plus doing 10k steps. Obviously my energy expenditure is high. I'm still doing 10k steps just for the health benefits and the cardiovascular benefits, and just like transfer over to my work capacity because I feel that's more important for me, especially in powerlifting as well. And also just like when I do my accessory lifts, when I have to go high volume, like high reps, etc. So I'm keeping my steps high still, 10k steps per day. It's fresher as well, it's just for the health, as I mentioned. And I am currently eating 3,368 calories, I think, and the macros and everything I'll put on the screen if you want, and it's there. So obviously I had my meal one. My meal one is normally just with eggs and bagels and like some type of fruit juice just to get that vitamin C. I also have my other vitamins like omega-3, which I think is really essential if you don't have like that much fatty fish every day, because obviously we don't produce it, we need it from outside source. I have vitamin K2 and D3. It's a combined source, and it's like it works but better if it's like combined, like the complex that is in the tablet right now. And then just a normal daily multivitamin and iron, that's what I have in the morning. And yeah, I'm about to have my pre-workout meal. So I bought something called cream of rice, and it's basically, this might be dark, but it's basically like a nice carbohydrate source. So I'll show you here. Cream of rice is basically, it's very easy. You just have to put boiling water in and you leave it in the fridge. So I got cherry Bakewell flavor. It's also not that expensive, like it's like £10 for like 2 kg, I don't know, but it's a lot. And I have that, so that's just like in the fridge, and I top that off with some fruit. Obviously I like to have some type of fruit and vegetable in every of my meal now, just for adding micronutrients, etc. That's that. And obviously I need something, obviously. And when I go train now, I have an intro workout now. So what intro workout is basically what I have a like what I take during my workout. So obviously all my stacks here, not stacks. This is basically stim free pre-workout. This is not my intro workout, by the way. This is stim free, and this is with caffeine in it. So now obviously Ramadan's over, I train a bit earlier now so I can have caffeine. It won't keep me up till night. I have EAAs. I only have EAAs on like the proper hypertrophy days because I feel like I last longer then, and I just need to use this up basically. I wouldn't normally even have this. I would normally have this if I'm cutting, but I have to finish it off, so I'll have it when I need to. Creatine I put in my intro workout, and also I have maltodextrin carbs, which is basically just glucose. I have 25 grams, so just 25 grams of glucose during the session. Because obviously if my session lasts long, my sessions last around like 1 to 2 hours, so I need constant energy to fuel, and also I feel good as well. So normally I used to have sweets before actually. Sweets is just like it's cheap, and also it's just like a glucose in it. But obviously if you have sweets, your digestive system, the blood will all rush there, etc. And instead of giving energy to like your muscles, it focuses on your digestive system. But some people it's fine, but obviously I just bought this, just more convenient and easier way. So that's that. As you can see, I'll show you. Actually, I'll show later, but yeah. So I'm gonna have my pre-workout meal. I'm gonna head to the gym. I'm gonna record my sessions. I'm gonna explain it after. And yeah, so it's all preparation and for my competition. It's around July-ish. So yeah. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is I got a new lens now. It's a 50mm lens with like a f1.1. So basically, what it's on my. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see, but it basically blurs the background. So like it makes me more focused. You have to manually focus it though, but it's nice. Right now I'm not using it on because it's 50mm, so that means I have to put the camera far away. You can't zoom in or zoom out, so I have to put the camera really far away just to get like me in. So like for example, like you have to probably put the camera on the door, like where the door is, just to see my face, not even my whole body, just my face. So that's the only problem it has. So when I go to the gym and film, sometimes I'll film with this lens just to make it more blurry, and then sometimes with this one you're watching right now, just for like the accessory movements, probably the one you're watching, and like the big ones, compound movements, this lens, because I like how it looks, and it was cheap as well. That's the reason I bought it, but it does the job. And yeah, so yeah, just a little ramble. New lens, and I was 76.8 kg at the start of Ramadan. Now I dropped to 73.2, I think. So yeah, obviously most of it's probably water weight and glycogen stores were depleted, but some weight was lost. But I've decided as well, when I compete now, probably for this year, I will. So when you compete, there's a 74 kg class and 83 kg class. So you have to either be 74 kg and under, or between 74 and 83. So normally I would normally have competed in like the 74 kg under, but I just can't maintain it. I'm still small. I have a lot of like potential to maximize my like growth, etc. So I probably optimally would be like around 83. But for this year, obviously I can probably manipulate my water weight, etc. So when I do compete, I probably will still compete in 74 kg this year. But probably later this year, next year, I'll have to compete in 74 kg above, because that's just my natural like body weight I feel comfortable in. And plus I'll get stronger, because obviously the greater the muscle size, the more force it produces, etc. But you have to realize that strength is a skill as well. So not always like bigger muscles will always produce like, not always you see bigger people can lift more weight than like a skinny guy like me, for example. So it's about skill as well. I'm perfecting the skill of the deadlift, bench and squat. That's one thing, that's the most important thing. So yeah, a little ramble on, and now let's actually go to the gym, and I'll see you lot there. Okay, so let's get straight into this. So I'm going to try and do this whole thing in one take, so wish me luck. Alright, so the first movement I am doing is squats. So the first set is one set of 3. I've warmed up to this. I'm doing 135 kg for 3, and then I'll follow this with 3 sets of 5 with 127.5 kg. The reason I have switched to doing a squat first in opposed to doing a deadlift is because as like a competition is nearing, I like to like order my lifts in the order it should be. So for example, in the powerlifting competition, a squat will be the first movement and a deadlift will be the last movement. So I need to try to make my program replicate it, so I know how it feels, because trust me, when you max out on the day, it's mad. But anyway, here's a lift. So the first rep and third rep you'll see are good. The second rep I kind of lost tension at the bottom, hence why I shifted forward. First rep, I went up easily. Second rep, see I shifted a bit forward, but don't worry, it's fine. Third rep, probably the best rep, I recovered nice and went up. So that was that. Okay, so the second movement is block pulls. So again, 177.5 kg for 3 reps first, followed by 3 sets of 5 with 167.5 kg. The reason I'm doing this variation is because it will work on my weakest point in my deadlift, as off the floor I am basically sound. As you can see, so my sticking point is just above when it lifts, so I'm knee area, so I'm overloading that part. So normally in the next 2 weeks, so when my meso cycle ends in 2 weeks time, so a whole 4-week cycle will be completed, I will be doing 92.5% of my 1RM, which is suitable for this rep range, and then afterwards the last 4 weeks will be doubles and singles until I reach my 1RM or the competition, and a deload will be needed. So as you can see, it's flying up easily. There's a bit of thoracic rounding in the upper back, but obviously that's most likely expected when lifting heavy. As long as my lower back is not flipping dying, it's calm. So that's that. So the third movement I am doing is speed bench press. So I am picking a weight on my 1 rep max between 65% and I think 85%, 60% and 85% of my 1RM, and I'm just purely focusing on how fast the bar is moving. The weight is obviously going to be light to moderate, because obviously I'm working just on the bar speed and how fast I can push the bar, so velocity training. I have obviously upped my frequency for bench 3 times per week, so the first day is light, and it makes sense to do it after 2 heavy lifts, so I'm not fatigued. And then heavy will be on Wednesday, and then moderate will be on the Saturday, so that's how it is. Anyways, bar speed is good on this. 3 sets of 6 with a 1 minute rest in between, 62.5 kg. The thing with commercial gyms is that the bench is really slippery, so when I'm trying to use my leg drive, my upper back kind of slides. So I'm having to put like the resistant bands on the bench for friction, or I might just have to buy one of them shirts with the grips on the back. So now moving on to the accessory movements of the day, so like the hypertrophy style training. I'm starting off with a single leg press, so I'm doing unilateral work just to make sure there's no imbalances, muscularity. That made no sense. There's no muscular imbalances. So I started off doing one set of 8 with 59 kg. I'm really focusing on just the tension, going slowly on the eccentric and trying my best to go fast as possible on the concentric. I'm breathing as well, and this is a killer because after doing squats and deadlifts, my legs are already gone. So the first set is one set of 8. The second, there's 2 other sets on top of that, is 2 sets of 12. So I'm doing different rep ranges, so like 1 to 8 and then 12 and a plus, because just to hit different muscle fibers, so like type 1, type 2, etc. And that's what I'm doing. And on the second set, I will be doing the clip after you'll see is the rest pause set. So what a rest pause is, basically I'll go until I can't, like my technique and like it just goes off. I'll pause for a bit, and then I'll pause for like 15 seconds, and then I'll go again until my technique's back. So this time I'm working on like technical failure instead of muscular failure. There's a bit of both, because I do feel like a burn and like the metabolites start building up, so which is like a another driver for hypertrophy. So obviously you got mechanical tension and you got the metabolites for hypertrophy. So I'm just doing both. And yeah, so this week everything's up by 1 set. So last week was a baseline week, and I was just adjusting numbers. I was doing 1 set plus rest pause set, but now I'm doing 2 sets and everything. And my recovery is fine. I can handle it. Next week will probably be like my maximal recoverable volume. So like how high I can push myself, where like my recovery starts to come down. Then it'll be a deload week. So that's that. On this clip I'm doing the same thing, but this is a rest pause set. So I'm doing 2 sets of 12 on each leg, and then I'll pause when my technique starts to go. So yeah, enjoy. Right, onto the second accessory movement for the triceps, the V-bar push down. So I did the whole stack in this. I kind of blocked the whole view, so my bad. But I did 1 set of 8 first with 32.9 kg, which is the whole stack. So I'll have to move to a different cable machine because there's more like stacks there. Then I followed that with 1 set of 10 with 30 kg. And then I did the same weight. I was seeing how much I could do. I managed to do 6 reps. But I did a rest pause set, so 6 reps until I couldn't move the weight proper. This was failure this time. And then I paused for 15 seconds and I got 2 extra reps, which is like the reps which will probably stimulate the most hypertrophy out of the whole set. So this is the first set, 1 set of 8. And this will be the second set. So I got 30 kg for 10 reps on this. And then the clip after this you'll see is the third set. So 30 kg again, but I managed to get, is it 5 reps or 6 reps? I'm pretty sure I got 5 reps. And then a rest pause of 2 after. So yeah, that's that. I'm pausing at the lengthen range, so I'm pausing right at the top where the tricep is fully stretched, and I'm also pausing at the bottom for a brief second. I'm leaning forward so I can fully contract the triceps so my hips don't get in the way. And yeah. So the third accessory movement was the easy bar curl. I'm doing strict because I'm leaning on the back, so I'm not using any swinging momentum. First set is 1 set of 8 with 35 kg, and then the other 2 sets is 30 kg, and the last set I did a rest pause and I managed to get 2 extra reps. Didn't record the other 2 sets because there was people around my camera and they kind of looked angry. Obviously it's a gym, people are going to walk around and stuff, so I didn't want to interfere. So I just managed to do the first set, which was the 35 kg one. Obviously I'm pausing at the bottom as well, and I lift my shoulders up when I curl, like to my forehead, because obviously one of the bicep heads cross over the shoulder joint, so fully contract it and hit it. That's why I do that. So yeah. Fourth accessory movement is the reverse pec deck. So obviously I did a high volume in this. So the first set I did 25 reps with 45 kg. By the way, all these numbers I've said are all increased from last week, because obviously last week was baseline week, so I didn't really know. And then after this set, I did 1 set of 19 with 52 kg with a double rest pause. So I rest paused 5 reps, rest pause 5 reps, 15 seconds. Obviously I like to do reverse, I like to do radial movements. I can do it on most of the days because it's a smaller muscle group, and I feel like I can recover quickly from them. Same with arms, especially biceps, I can hit them more. But yeah, my form on this is my shoulder is protracted, so I'm kind of, as you can see, there's kind of a gap between the seat. My chest is not fully on the seat. I'm leaving a gap. I'm on my toes. Shoulders is protracted, and I'm just going until I can feel the muscle move. So on the rest pause, you'll see after like the last rest pause, the angle's kind of crap here, but my arm doesn't fully. It starts to slow down at the concentric, but my arm doesn't fully extend fully to where I want to squeeze the muscle, and then it just stops. So that's why I stop it in technical failure for this set. So yeah, I'm waiting for 15 seconds. I go back onto it, and that's that. The last accessory movement is carbs. I've upped my carb frequency to 3 times per week. I probably could do 4 times per week, but I have to figure that out. So standard carb raise, the first set was 20 reps with 60 kg, and then the second set was 70 kg for 15 reps with a double rest pause again for 6 and a rest pause for 5 reps. So on this I am pausing at the bottom for the weighted stretch, and then I'm pausing at the top as well. So they're basically just full contractions. The lighting here is shit, it's fully exposed, but there was someone on a machine, as you can see right there, so I didn't want to like bug him. Obviously it's a public gym, so everyone has the right to move and stuff. They can even like stand in front of the camera. I can't get pissed because this is a public gym. I expect that. That's why I go at certain times and I put camera in certain positions, etc. But yeah, carbs is just another one of the movements. Carbs, I feel like I've seen, I think, a study like it helps with the squat, but overall I just want to hit everything, so I want to maximize like how much, all my body parts basically. But anyway, that was today's session. I didn't record the back off sets for the squats and deadlifts because I thought it'd be just too long, but I think next week I'll do that. And yeah, see, as you see, I'm pausing it and I'm gonna go back into it. But anyways, that was Monday's session. So the day you see this, the day it's posted, is my rest day. So tomorrow's gonna be my push day, and hopefully I'll post that soon. But anyways, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. I want to try and put a face cam in the video so you can see me and the video together, but I'm still learning how to do that. I'm obviously using Sony Vegas. I was thinking of getting a different editing software like Adobe Premiere Pro or something like that. But you know what, we'll see. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll leave you to this clip and then it'll end and then the video will shut. Thank you everyone, and peace.